Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Walk with a Beginner, a Magic the Gathering slash personal document of my life, personal documentation. This is episode 2. I think I already said that. I don't know. But as you can see, I've got a new wallpaper, and I've got, I think, less things on my desktop, if not more. I'm not sure. I don't remember what I had before, but I did some January cleaning January cleaning, and I found this on I found this on. I didn't find it. My friend found it on some kind of Steam community page about a Fallout game, probably Fallout 2, I think. It was a Russian guy who had drawn this and submitted it to there, and personally, I think it's beautiful. I think it's a very beautiful depiction of the XO1 power armor and the Enclave helicopters in the back. And it's just a beautiful. I mean, look at this shade of blue. It's almost on the verge of purple. It's a great shade of blue. I think it's amazing. But anyways, enough of the visual talk. This is a magic fucking podcast, I guess. Is this even a podcast, man? I don't know. But what do I want to talk about today? I actually made a list, so I actually know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing right now, kind of. The first thing on this list, it says I've been spreading a disease that is Magic the Gathering. Yes, I have. I talked a little bit about G, we'll call him, in the last episode, the person who I was teaching Magic, and we did not really have a great time playing with C. But that conflict is resolved, for the most part, I believe. If there even was a conflict at all, I don't think so. Just a little bit of I don't like the way you play. But it's whatever. I am starting to see the error in my ways. I showed him how to play Magic the Gathering, and yes, he had played it earlier in his life, but he never played it the right way. Is there a right way to play Magic, first of all? Tournament legally? Sure. Casually? Not at all. But ever since then, just about every day, he's been asking me to play Magic the Gathering, kind of regardless of what I'm doing. And I appreciate the offers, and I appreciate that he wants to reach out to me and play Magic, a game with me. But it's just too much. I can't play this godforsaken game every fucking day. And I don't know how he does either. He's joining random Discord servers for Magic the Gathering Tabletop Simulator and playing with randoms. And I just don't... See, there's a thing with Magic, or at least from what I understand so far, is that online Magic is a lot worse than in-person Magic, because in-person Magic, you have to have the cards to play with. And a lot of the bad to play against cards, or like the better, less fun cards, are a little bit more expensive and probably older. So they're a little bit harder to find. And also, if somebody is a dick, or I'm not going to say that, or, just annoying, there's always the threat of you leaping over the table and just choking the life out of them if they piss you off enough. But online, you can't do that. So when you get kind of a mixed bag whenever you go in person to a store, a local game store, and you play with whoever's at the table, right? There's always that mixed bag. But you usually get the indication of how they smell or look, and you can depend that, like, do I want to play with this person, or are they the type to eat my card and call for a deck check? I don't want to do that, right? But online, there's not much to go off of. And there's no social contract or threat of me leaping over the table and killing you if you piss me off. So I feel like there's just no filter there, and people are going to be even worse. So I've never experienced it, but this is just a working theory, a hypothesis, if you will. And I don't think I'm going to test the hypothesis, because I'm too scared to do that. But essentially what I'm getting at is, he's kind of stepping on that line of almost being a rules lawyer. I guess that's not really the term to say, but it's just like, he knows all the rules now. He knows all the rules. He knows all the ins and outs of Tabletop Simulator. He knows too much. No, it's just, I don't know, man. When people start to optimize and start to pay attention to the rules of an arbitrary game, it doesn't become fun anymore. It's not like I'm playing, I don't know, it's not like I'm at the recess field in elementary school just letting myself go crazy. Just go running around playing tag, whatever. Shooting my imaginary guns at people and saying, "No, you didn't hit me. You didn't hit me. That's not how that works." Which was fun as a kid. Would it be fun now? Probably. People still do that, I think. But now it's like, it's comparing playing pretend on the recess field to playing junior varsity football for the school, right? And if you fuck up, then everybody's going to call you a loser. It feels almost like that. And I don't want to play that kind of game, and I don't want him to play that kind of game either. But I can't force him to do what I want. And he can't force me to do what I don't want. But there's always hoping. The next thing I've got on the list, oh yes, Fallout is getting a secret lair for Magic the Gathering. I've never purchased a secret lair before. I didn't really know what they were until recently. I knew they were reskins or like an addition to a pack they already made or something like that. But seeing these now really gives me an understanding of what they are. From what I've heard, it is very good, very true to the characters, and very not like outrageous cards. They've got really good artwork on all of them. They've got one for each of the main characters in the Fallout TV show, Lucy, the Ghoul, and Maximus. And I think they have a couple different variants of them too. Put that on the screen if you want, I guess. You've got two, I believe, new reskins for the two most popular commanders in the Fallout precons, which is Dogmeat and Mothman, I believe. They look pretty cool. Put those on screen. The Soul Ring is very ridiculous, man. It's just the dog bowl, and I love it. But whatever. What else do they got here? Oh my god. Oh my god. They've got Joshua motherfucking Graham, dude. The burned man himself. Put that on screen. Looks amazing. The card itself is a reskin of somebody else. I can't read that name. Ishin? Two Heavens is One. Two Heavens is One. I like that name for Joshua Graham. But I played a deck with him. It was okay. I like the idea of it. I like his stuff is if somebody attacks or a creature that you own attacks, causes a triggered ability of a permanent I control, that ability triggers twice. Or an additional time, rather. I know you gotta be really technical with the wording on these cards, or else the motherfucker's gonna break down the wall and say, "That's not how you fucking play!" But anyways, oh my god. He looks really cool, and I want to play with him, and I want to buy him. He's from the New Vegas, welcome to New Vegas, Fallout Secret Lair. And apparently these are really hard to get, and they drop Monday of next week as of recording this. But I don't know. I'm going to try my best to get one, and I'll give you updates whenever that happens. Let's see. Yes, okay. When it comes to games that I play, not technical game, not video games or coding required games, although if I had the know-how, I probably would. I really like to make custom things, I guess you could call homebrew for them. I love homebrew in D&D. All of my D&D campaigns might as well be a different RPG system because of how much homebrew there is. But from what I've heard, it's not an excruciating amount where it's hard to like settle down. We're still using the same core rules of D&D, like just the rule system in general, but I've got my own additions to it, you know. Where was I going with this? Oh, yes. So I wanted to do this with Magic, but the recent couple times I've been playing Magic, again with C, and as of recently with G, it's just kind of discouraged me. And a little bit of L also, but not directly. Like, L didn't say anything to, like, discourage me, but just, like, the general audience of Magic the Gathering, I feel like, does not really like homebrewed. Is that the right word for that? But, like, cards and decks that you make yourself that aren't official content, I guess I would like to say. Because I have some ideas. What do I actually want to make? I don't know, right? When it comes down to the nitty-gritty details of it, I don't know what I want to do. But I think making some SCP cards, I think that'd be really cool. I think maybe some Fallout characters that they missed would be really cool. Or just other, like, fantasy things in general. Maybe stuff for my D&D campaigns, I don't know, right? What would that look like? What would they do? I don't know. but that's where it comes to figure out. Maybe Binding of Isaac. I think Binding of Isaac has a card game called Four Souls. That's what got me into Commander originally, because apparently it plays similarly. Apparently. I've played both of them. Yeah, they play kind of similarly, but also quite different, too. But anyways, I got discouraged completely to make any of these because I saw that the Magic community doesn't really like it. Or at least the people that I'm around probably wouldn't like it either. They'd be like, whoa, that card is fucking crazy. Wow, this card is so strong. This is so dumb. You shouldn't make any of this. But I was talking to a friend, I guess we'll call them F. F basically was it was a long conversation, a very heartfelt conversation. And they basically said that people can't force you to like things that the way that they like them. Just like I can't force people to like things the way I do. And that's really beautiful. That's a really beautiful way of putting things. They put it a little bit better in the conversation, in the context of the conversation, but regardless, that's just a very good thing to keep in mind whenever you are creating things, or whenever you are experiencing something, watching a show, playing a game, making a game, making a show. You can't let people dictate your life choices or the way you enjoy things, because then you, as a person, as a soul on this earth, will not be as happy as you can be, if happy at all. So, in this kind of haze of disinterest and discouragement, F lit a flame to my creative soul, and I'm going to be working on that just as a side little fun project, regardless of what anybody thinks, and maybe I'll update you guys on the next video whenever that comes out, whenever I'm done making these. But yeah, it was a very nice thing, and I want all of you to know as well that no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're creating, no matter what you're consuming, you cannot let people force you to do it how they want, or to enjoy it how they want. Only you can enjoy something the way you can. Each experience, each individual's experience is unique, and that is what makes experiences beautiful. That is what makes art beautiful, is that everyone can interpret it a different way. That's what makes games like D&D beautiful, is that the way people make it, the way people play it, the way people watch it, is all unique to them. Don't get your opinions from me. Don't get your opinions from the internet at all either. Form your own experiences. Form your own judgments and opinions from your own experiences. Don't let other people force you to do something you don't want to, whether that's subconsciously or knowingly. Be mindful of that, because I've known a lot of people that do that, and they're not fun people. What's next on the chopping block? Oh yes, I've been achievement hunting Fallout 4 recently. Why Fallout 4? Because I've played New Vegas like 16 times, right? And the New Vegas is very fun. If I could mod it, I would play it more, but I can't because the game crashes. I heard there are rumors of a remaster, like they did Oblivion, which I will be very excited for. When I first heard that, my ears perked up, and my heart leaped out of my chest, and I was dead. Presumed dead for 15 minutes, and I resurrected myself. My body physically grabbed my soul, said, "No! We are living for that experience. Get back in here!" And I resurrected and said, "Oh my god, I thought it was dead, but it's a New Vegas leak. It's a New Vegas remaster, oh my god." And I was playing Fallout 4, and the gameplay is really fun. However, I cannot believe that they greenlit the settler building system. That has to be the most confusing, the most unintuitive piece of shit building system I've ever used in my goddamn life. It is so bad. It is so bad. When you compare it to other games, all the quality of life is just in the toilet. It is disgusting. They don't even explain to you how things work. They don't explain to you how to get happiness up. Oh, you just, you bring up the water and the food and the defense and the beds. You need all that. But there's more to it. There's so much more to it. You need cats and dogs. You need people doing the work benches, the scrapper benches or whatever, the scavenger benches. You need so much more. to get happiness up than they ever explain to you. And it's just ridiculous. Why would somebody greenlight a system that doesn't explain in any kind of way how to use it? And not to mention, oh my god. I was playing the Far Harbor DLC, and I think it's really cool. I like the atmosphere of it a lot. I like the creatures that are in it. The storyline that's going on between Nick and Dima is pretty cool. The conflict between the three factions is a little bit, the conflict between Children of Adam and Far Harbor, so one note, right? There's a clear villain and a clear hero. Or not hero, but there's a clear good and bad side to it. These people are abomination freaks that fucking worship the radiation like it's a god, and we all know that it's not, because we're from the pre-war and we saw that the bombs dropped and killed all of our family. When you compare that to games like New Vegas, there isn't a good guy. There's a clear villain, Caesar, sure, but the other three options you have at your disposal aren't good. They're not good options. Mr. House is horrible. Having one man rule the Mojave and tax people out of their fucking ass for water and electricity is insane. Mr. House is insane, but I love him. But I love him because he's fucking awesome. And I like to gamble. How lucky can one guy be? As I'm rolling the dice across the craps table in the Lucky 38. And the NCR, they have a good heart, but they want to tax me. And I don't like that. And they can't handle, their soldiers are shit. They can't handle a couple fucking ants. They send me to go kill ants, so they have a whole fucking platoon there. They can't do it themselves. Are we kidding? We think these people are going to take back the Mojave? They can't handle a fucking rad scorpion. And Yes Man is funny, but obviously there's flaws in that, right? Anybody can just walk into the 38 and say, hey, Yes Man, make me the leader, kill the courier that's the leader right now. And it happens, and it works. And so it's just complete chaos and anarchy in whoever becomes the leader. I didn't mean to go on that tangent, but I hate how Fallout 4 has just such one-note fucking factions. It's just like, okay, who's the obvious good guys, right? The Minutemen want the best for the people, period. They are the people. The Institute... What? The Institute is just comically evil. They're just comic mustache twirling. Yes, what if we experiment on these people and make artificial robots take over the world? Yes. Like, are you fucking serious? Who plays for the first time and sides of the Institute? Nobody. Nobody. And here's the problem. The Minutemen aren't fun because you gotta do the fucking settlement building that fucking sucks. It sucks so bad. And it's good for them. God almighty. How do people have fun with that? Dude. There are whole forums and subreddits dedicated to that fucking settlement building. I can't believe it, man. Praise be to them. Good for them. I'm happy that they found happiness in something that I hate. But holy shit. That's so bad. And I was playing the Far Harbor DLC and I got to the point where you have to get into Dima's memories. And what does that mean? You have to hook yourself up to a computer and put your brain inside the computer and build little fucking code blocks, do laser puzzles, and have little nanomites bring the code from one end of the place to the other. And you have 5 turrets total to defend them with. And it uses the settlement building system, and it's so goofy. I'm jumping around like Mario on these quote-unquote code blocks. Code blocks? Put a picture of what it looks like on screen right now. Are you kidding me? Is this Fallout? Is this the Fallout I signed up for? That was the most boring, mind-numbing, infuriating experience I've ever had in a video game, in a solo video game at least. I can't believe they let that go through. I can't believe, especially because this is a DLC, so they've heard that people hate the settlement building system. Not only did they not refine it at all, they made 2 DLCs for settlement building systems that just adds more shit to build that doesn't fucking work right. And they let this through. They made a, you know what, let's use the same settlement building system for a puzzle. For a 3D interactive puzzle where you're putting down fucking code blocks and you gotta kill the things that are floating around. It just sucks. It just sucks, man. It's so bad. It disappointed me because I was having so much fun in the Far Harbor DLC. I've never played that before. I was like, oh my god, I love the fog. The atmosphere's so cool. And then, out of nowhere, you have to put yourself inside the computer and dance around and put these code blocks on the floor and let the bugs transfer data to one side to the other. And they put holotapes in the middle of it, where you're like halfway through and you're like, God damn, I'm sinking in my chair, almost dead. My heart is slowing down to a stop because of how boring this is. And you want to put lore in my face? I can't care. I can't care right now. But anyways, Fallout was going to be a good game. Or the Far Harbor DLC was going to be one of the better DLCs that they've ever made for any of their games until that happened. I haven't finished it yet, but I think it just went from A to like D tier. No. Like B or C. It's worse than Dead Money. Because at least Dead Money has cool lore. Has very interesting lore. And very interesting characters in it. Old Longfellow is a trope that we've seen a million times. But I digress. On to the next topic. I'm playing in another D&D campaign, this time in person. Ran by a friend of mine, who I've only played in one other campaign, and it was a fine campaign. It got drug out a little bit, and players left and kind of made it worse. But that's just unfortunate. Nothing about him, right? Nothing to say about him as a DM. He's not a bad DM at all. But I'm playing in this one. I'm running a pirate campaign, and I made my own system. I took the bits and pieces from a lot of other homebrewed system and official system that I've seen before, and I put them together to flavor it a little bit better the way I would like it. So did I build it from scratch? No. But it's mine. I made it unique because I melted them all together in the Crucible and forged it into my own thing. I don't even remember where I got stuff from, but doesn't matter. Go check out Pirate Systems. They're cool. He, the DM that I'm in now, wanted to use those systems that I made. And I'll tell you what, man. Just having friends or people in general say things about your stuff that, like, acting like it's a real system. Acting like this is official system. Like, okay, but how does this work? Oh, so if I do this, it does this. Oh, man, that's really cool. What roles are we going to be, guys? Let's fix the ship. Let's do this, and let's buy all these upgrades for this, because this is cool. It's just so interesting to finally see a thing that I've created come into actual functionality. It's just such an interesting thing to see. Where is this going? Keep creating. Keep making things that you want to make. Have people enjoy them the way they want to, not the way you want to. Not the way you think they should, but the way they think they should. Because that's just how the world works. Again, I mean, everything in this world is built up of unique experiences. You can't take that away. You can't take that away from people. But I guarantee you, some of you will be lucky enough to be able to have something hit the big screen. What does that mean? I guarantee you people will enjoy the stuff that you make. Well, is it just your friends? Maybe. Is it people online that want to give you money for it? Maybe also. It's a little harder. But either way, both should mean the same to you on a emotional, spiritual level. People using your stuff, people viewing your artwork as something real, not just something that their friend made. Something that they can truly enjoy. Personally, that's not why I make art, and that's not why you should make art either, but it's just a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, and it's so reassuring to anyone that is making something to have it be used or talked about or enjoyed in any form. Keep going. Keep making what you want to make. I guarantee you somebody will like it. Even if it's just you. At least that counts for something. We got a little sidetracked. We didn't really talk about magic the whole time, but I don't care. I'm talking why I want to talk. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you have something to say, leave a comment. If you dislike the video, dislike it. I think I'm gonna make an email account for people that submit questions, because I think that's a popular thing that some solo podcasters do now. Doesn't matter what your question is, I might read it and answer it on the podcast. Why are you sending questions to me? I don't know. Why would you send questions to me? I'm just a guy with a look at my background, man. I'm nobody. But maybe I'm a nobody you want to hear from, right? We're all nobodies. Keep creating. Have a nice, beautiful day. Goodbye.